104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Outlaws Barbecue, the best slow smoke barbecue and ribs that fall off the bone. We're talking sandwiches piled high with tender pork, juicy beef brisket, or chopped chicken, plus delicious catfish, fried shrimp, smoked prime rib dip sandwiches, smoked wings, and the best smoked tuna dip on the beach. Save room for homemade cobblers and banana pudding, and catch live music Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at Outlaws Barbecue. Catering available too. Outlaws Barbecue, 6804 Thomas Drive.
Got a scratch, dent, or full-blown wreck? Bring it to Recommended Collision Center in Panama City. From small scratches to all-over paint jobs, from fender benders to major collisions, it's Recommended Collision Center. They work with all insurance companies and offer customer pay options too. A family-owned collision center that takes pride in top-quality repairs, friendly service, quick drop-offs, and a fast turnaround. So when life throws you a wreck, they'll help you get amended. Recommended Collision Center, 1329 Jinx Avenue, Panama City.
Hi everyone, I'm Tracy, your diamond girl at Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Gifts. After 37 years in the jewelry business, I'm proud to bring you a hometown jewelry store with a little extra sparkle. Whether you're looking for diamonds, colored gemstones, beautiful gold and silver jewelry, unique gifts, or something custom made just for you, come see us at 638 Harrison Avenue in downtown Panama City. At Tracy's, you'll always find friendly, personal service and something beautiful for every occasion. Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Gifts, your diamond girl, putting a sparkle on Bay County.
Reliable Copy Products is proud to be the exclusive dealer in Northwest Florida for Kyocera office equipment. Reliable Copy Products has been committed to providing professional, personalized service for the last 35 years. They understand that the right equipment does not always fall within today's budget requirements, so they offer several options for the equipment you need today for the growth you expect tomorrow. Call James Smothers at 784-6601, 784-6601. Reliable Copy Products on Harrison Avenue, just north of Bay High School.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish. Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597, 850-896-6597, and online at wheelhousedba.com.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
The locals love it.
Rise and shine, campers. It's a brand new day.
What a lovely morning.
Good morning, starshine.
You seem happy this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in early.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local. Live from the J. Michaels Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub! I'm full of water. I stay hot tub. Woo!
Man, look at it. Hey, James, it's lit up today.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's warm out there, man. It's humid.
A lot of storms out in the Gulf heading this way.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Really made me sweat.
Yeah.
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 Well.
Welcome, beautiful Thursday here in Paradise, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Jeremy Prison's with us this morning. Jeremy, how you doing, sir?
Doing well, Coach. Good to be back with you this week.
Remind everybody where you're at and what time do you preach? I think it's 3 times a day.
Yeah, we've got 3 services at First United Methodist Church, Panama City, 8:15, 9:30, 10:45 each and every week. So come join us. Yep.
At 8:15. How many people show up at 8:15?
We've got, I'd say probably about 120 on the early service.
Is that when Tommy comes?
Yeah. That service.
Which one does it matter if you just wear shorts and?
You can wear shorts, any of them. I mean, people come.
Okay.
During the summer, a lot of those 8:15 folks actually show up with their boats already hooked up.
The bait on the hooks. And
they're coming early and getting ready to head out.
Is it kind of the same service on all 3, or do you got a little bit of change up for those paying attention?
10:45 are similar. The 9:30 is different there. Yeah.
They say when I walk in, he does a little bit different. He just kind of looks and stares for a while.
Yeah, the 9:30 is held in our Community Life Center, and the 8:15, 10:45 are held in the sanctuary.
No, yeah. What 8:15 is held where?
Sanctuary. Both of those are in the sanctuary where you've been with Tommy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And where was the other one?
In the Community Life Center.
What time's that one?
9:30.
9:30.
It's
okay.
kind of in between there. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's get rolling. I want to congratulate Surfside volleyball team. Went there and watched them play yesterday. They beat Mowat, and saw Matt Pitts, the principal there. You got an opportunity, and Coach Blair was there. He said Eli's doing fine. He loves it at South Florida.
I got to figure out when that Surfside match is when we play. University Academy. University Academy won
We had
yesterday.
their track coach in here the other day. Beth was in here. She's a track coach over there, and she said she's heard your name. She knows who you are.
Addison and her crew took care of business yesterday. They beat Merritt Brown 3-0 at University Academy. So,
how's Mosley? Are they rolling?
I'll tell you what, Mosley. The JV squad is undefeated. Mosley South Walton played an instant classic Tuesday night. They were at Mosley, and it went 5 sets, a little over 2 hours to finish it. But South Walton got away with the win. And,
South Walton? All right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it was great high school volleyball. So, looking at September 14th, Surfside University Academy at our place. So you're going to have to come across this bridge.
You got to remind me. You have to remind me. They got a football game, I think, Tuesday, Surfside does against, I want to say it's Breakfast Point. I'm not sure they're playing, but anyway. All right. I want to something else. Oh, okay. I'm going to get into something. James, I might need your help. You might need to pull up 3 schedules.
Okie dokie.
We'll start with Notre Dame. Well, I can tell you right off the bat. I just want you guys' opinion on something. Notre Dame has basically a 2-game schedule. I would say basically a 1-game schedule. They go to BYU, which is a tough place to play, as far as you know. Then they've got the Miami Hurricanes at home, which is a loaded team. They got some great players. Then you got Miami with the 45th easiest schedule in the country. They got it kind of made also, but nobody has it made like Notre Dame. Then you look at Texas Tech, their schedule. I don't trust the committee whatsoever. I don't. But I want to ask you this. You got Notre Dame schedule up?
I got it pulled up.
Pull the teams, and I want you to think about this. If Oklahoma had this schedule, LSU, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, and Alabama had this schedule you're getting ready to hear, I think you could lock them in as in the playoffs. Okay? I would even throw in Florida, maybe Auburn, and maybe Tennessee would get in with this schedule. And you tell me if I'm right or wrong. Let's hear who they play.
All right, Notre Dame. They shall open the season up neutral site, but will be the home team against Wisconsin.
They're terrible. Okay.
Then they will be playing Rice at home.
Okay.
Michigan State at home.
Terrible.
Then they hit the road at Purdue.
Mm-hmm.
At North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Back home for Stanford.
Golly.
The first time we see a top 25 team is when they go out to Provo to play BYU.
Okay.
Then they will play Navy, neutral site.
Mm-hmm.
Miami. They are playing at home against Miami.
Their toughest game.
Boston College at home.
Mm-hmm.
Then SMU at home. At Syracuse to round it out.
All right, let me go back and say that again. Oklahoma, LSU, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Alabama playing that schedule. They'd be at least 10-2, and they're locked in the playoffs. Am I right?
Yeah.
Well, and everybody be complaining, oh, they're just trying to get into the playoffs by playing an easy schedule. It's unfair to other schools.
Yeah. And another thing we ran about, which I'm going to rant some more, they keep all their TV revenue share, all their money. They keep it all. They don't share with other teams in the SEC and the Big Ten like we do. They got their own TV network. They do what and they're already guaranteed they're going to be in the playoffs and ranked in the top 12. Doesn't matter about the Cinderella. They get in over everybody else.
Right.
Their patch deal gets more money than what the Big 12 gets for their entire patch deal for everybody in the conference.
Well, and let me ask you this. Would Auburn, would Tennessee, and would Florida, with that schedule, would they get in?
Possibly.
I think they got a great
shot. That'd be a good
great
chance.
shot at getting in with that schedule.
Yeah.
I just look at and go. All right, let's look at Texas Tech. You got Texas Tech schedule. I just want to look at them.
Give me a second.
That's another team that's going to get in that they're already talking's in. They're ranked anywhere from 8th to 11th or whatever. Let's look at their really competitive schedule.
Texas Tech. All right, they're going to open the season against Abilene Christian. They'll be, of course, for home.
That's tough.
On the road at Oregon State.
Ooh, Oregon State. Okay,
State, not Oregon, but Oregon State. Then
Jinx, Surfside, who else?
Then at home versus number 23 Houston.
Okay.
Decent game.
At home versus Sam Houston.
Sam Houston.
All by himself.
Yeah. Wow. Keep going. Keep going.
All right. Then we hit the road at Colorado.
Oh, that's a toughie. Yeah.
Versus Arizona State. So they'll be at home versus Arizona State.
Okay. That's probably their first tough game.
At Cincinnati.
Okay.
At home versus Arizona.
Okay.
Home versus West Virginia.
Okay.
At Oklahoma State.
Ooh. They're supposed to be better.
Well, they were horrible. So, they
I
have
don't know.
nowhere to go
Did they
but
win a
up.
game? Did they even win a game? Go ahead.
I don't think they won a game. No, they didn't, did they? Okay. At Baylor. Season ends at home versus TCU.
All right. That team
That's a
is
tougher
ranked.
schedule than Notre Dame.
Yeah, but that team's ranked 8th in the country in one of these polls, and you can't tell me, again, Oklahoma, LSU, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Alabama would be in the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah. We look at Miami's. Out of all those, Miami's tougher. James, you got Miami's?
All right. Miami football schedule.
Yeah, look at Miami's. This is just proving my point.
Oh, yeah. So Miami opens with the common opponent, Stanford.
Look at Miami now.
Florida A&M.
Florida A&M.
Wake Forest. Central Michigan.
That's 3 toughies.
Clemson away.
That could be Clemson might be good this year.
Florida State at home.
We don't know.
Pittsburgh. North Carolina.
Nope.
The Notre Dame game.
That's a toughie.
Duke.
Nope.
Virginia Tech.
Nope.
And Boston College.
That's what I'm saying. Those 3 teams. But listen, Miami's good. They got great players. Notre Dame is good. They got great players. But what's this committee really going to do? I think they're going to pick the teams with the best record. I don't care. I think you're going to see 9-3 teams not get in, and people are going to be upset.
I think 9-3, you're outside looking in.
I do too. And those 3 teams are going to be rewarded with that cupcake schedule. And then our commissioner had to go to non-conference
The only
games.
exception is a 9-3 SEC champion.
Yeah. Okay. I can live with that.
And that could happen too.
Yeah, and Big Ten too now.
Yeah.
Ohio State, look at their schedule. Ohio State's got a rough one. Oregon's tougher. Indiana's schedule's the toughest it's been in the last couple of years. And USC's supposed to be good this year also.
Right.
Oregon's supposed to be really good. They always are supposed to be really good. I don't know. I looked at that and I'm just like, and then we can look at the high school stuff and see how everything's kind of weird there also. So it is what it is. We just got to live with it. But do you trust this committee with the strength of schedule?
No.
James?
They've already shown no.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a known already. They look at it and go, who cares?
Some of those schedules, those 3 teams are ranked really high. And I look at those schedules. I even think the Florida Gators playing that schedule would make the playoffs. I think Auburn would have a shot. I think Tennessee would have a shot. And I know for a fact Oklahoma, LSU, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Alabama would be in the playoffs if that's who they played. Let's bring in the guy that knows it all, the one and only from the great state of wherever, Mike. What's up, Big Daddy?
Well, I'm from Tennessee. I live in the 5 Rivers section of Tennessee, which actually has 6 rivers. That way we can hide out from the revenuers. I have a question for you and your eminent colleague there, who I think used to be the pastor at Fraser, didn't he? Anyway, but we won't go into the past. I want to call you out for anti-Catholic and anti-Mormon bias. We're going to know about BYU after they play Utah Tech. Their first game.
Yeah, they'll know.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I want to tell you this, man. There's some great people up in Jackson County who are members of the Latter-day Saints, and they're coaches, and they produce great softball players up there. And if FSU had paid them enough money, they might have gone to Tallahassee to play, maybe.
Yeah.
But I gotta tell you about my aunt, who's he's got to be old. Her grandkids go to. I was told don't call it JP2 anymore. It's called JP Prep.
Okay.
It's named after the greatest pope in my lifetime. But that's where Golden Tate, the ball trader, went before he went to Notre Dame. And you've heard of Golden Tate?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. He played for Seattle and everything. Yeah. So he's a ball trader too, like kind of like Feinbaum and and I don't want to Robert Fraley was a great man. He went down with Payne Stewart. He's from the same county as Fulmer and the Majors family and Juwan Jennings. But I don't want to go there. But I want to talk a little bit about Dolly again at 8 o'clock today in Tennessee, right after the ID. They're required by the FCC. You've heard of them. Yeah. Anyway, they're going to play "I Will Always Love You." I was just wondering if you could delay playing that $2 band. What's her name? How much is that band worth?
The $1 billion band.
They need to change the name to it because $1 million, you can't get a good backup cornerback anymore.
Anyway, that's a good point.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I got to get off your ear because I know you're dedicating it to the.
Well, can I ask you something before you get off? Is it mine? Because you kind of hurt my feelings a little bit saying that I'm anti this, anti that because of Notre Dame, the Catholics, and the Mormons, BYU. Well, I'm going to pick the Muslims to lose too when we have the Muslim university playing. So,
we lost a Muslim the other day, and Farouk got hurt.
Oh, okay. So they're not ranked. At least they're not ranked.
You talking about Tennessee?
No, I'm talking about the Muslim university. I'm being funny.
Which one is that? That's all of them. I know you're trying to make a joke. Tell me a team that doesn't have a Muslim playing on it.
With BYU, there is one piece that you have to take into account. BYU players are older.
They are.
And they stay committed to the program because they do the 2-year mission. Yeah. They're going to BYU. You're going to have 24, 25-year-old, players that are physically developed.
Right. A lot of them. You're right.
A lot of them. They're bigger. They're stronger.
Don't they go off and come back?
They have to do a 2-year mission. And
hey, Jeremy, let me ask you a question. When you lead the service, do y'all say, "Forgive us our trespasses or our debts" in the Lord's Prayer?
Oh, we're trespassers here. We're not Presbyterian.
You called me out, didn't you?
Hey, we got to take a break. We got to go.
Anyway, y'all have a great one. Go Vols!
Go Vols, man. All right, let's talk about our great people, man. We got so many of them. Hey, it's high school football day. It's Mosley Day. Coach Whitten, I'm going to tell you what. You were at the game. Mm-hmm. They won that game. The most talented teams don't always win. I felt like Charlton was out coached. I think Whitten was the key in that ball game there. What a football game. And they got a tough one this week, Godby. Mm-hmm. But speaking of high school football, Taco Bell is big-time supporters of the Tiger Sharks down in Port St. Joe. So all you people down there, get out to Taco Bell. We got 3 great locations in Panama City Beach. And so get out and support them big time. Also, don't forget about Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven, all you Mosley Dolphins. When the game's being played, you know where you're going to be beforehand. You're going to have that pregame meal at Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. College football is getting ready to get cranked up this Saturday. Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays, you're going to be at Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven watching all the big-time NFL and college games. Get out there and tap Pat Purnell. I said hello. The city commissioner does an incredible job. Well, hey, we're already over there. Let's go see Russ. Let's go see Amber. Where are they at? What do they do?
David Adamson, right in beautiful Lynn Haven. They got the wish list. They fix your jewelry. They'll buy your gold. They can even custom make what you need.
There you go. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida, the Paul Feinbaum Show.
I may not have gotten Texas right at the end of the season. I did miss a game or two, but you know what game I got right? The Red River game. That's an easy one to get right.
Give me a break. Every time they've beaten us, we've had a quarterback that's been injured.
I'm sorry, Senator. I'm not really in charge of the excuse department at the University of Oklahoma.
The Paul Feinbaum Show, sponsored by the Deckhand Social. Weekdays 2 to 4 and 6 to 8 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Thursday. A mixture of light showers and some clouds this afternoon. An evening with a gentle breeze coming out of the southwest at 11 miles per hour and temps near 88. Tonight we will have a possibility of thunderstorms and some clouds and be warm at 78. Likely thunderstorms and light showers tomorrow and a high 86. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia and supplies, new and vintage cards, and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory, or visit online, instantReplaySportsCards.com.
That boot store can help you dress in style, from casual Western wear for a night out with family and friends to a special meeting that requires a fashion touch with Western flair. From boots to hats, belts to shirts to jeans, and a lot more for the smallest of the largest in name brand Western attire, including Carhartt work clothes. Shop that boot store for the whole family. Open Tuesday through Thursday 9 to 5, Friday and Saturday 9 to 5:30. Next to Billboard Kia, 15th Street, Panama City, where God is good all the time.
Now, it's time for your Atlanta Braves morning update, presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Get clean car happy at any of the 250-plus Tidal Wave Auto Spa locations today.
Braves walk it off in Game 2. I'm Barrett Salee, and this is your Braves Radio Network morning update.
Tidal Wave Auto Spa is the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and your go-to car wash destination all season long. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com to find a location nearest you.
The Braves win in walk-off fashion and take the season series as a 6-5 win in Game 2. Ha-Sung Kim, yes, Ha-Sung Kim, pinch hitting, hadn't had a hit since June 3rd. A single to left scores Lane Thomas, and the Braves take the season series. And how about Sean Murphy, 3 for 4, his first home run of the season. Victor Medeiros gets the win. He came off the field pumped. The series is in the books. The Braves will go for the sweep tomorrow, and we've got a pitching matchup for you. Yoshi Yamamoto going for the Dodgers. He's 12-7, has a 2.61 ERA, 35 walks, and 145 strikeouts. Chris Sale will get the ball for the Braves. He's 12-9, has a 2.20 ERA, 28 walks, and 166 strikeouts. For leadoff show at 6 and the first pitch between the Braves and the Dodgers, 7:15 across the street at Truist Park, and you can hear all of it on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
If aliens showed up tomorrow and said, "Take us to your leader," you'd bring them to the Coach James Hale Show.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger.
Live from the J. Michaels Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
All right, here we go. We're welcoming you back to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. It's Mosley Day. Every Thursday's Mosley Day. I tell you what a school. Great administration over there. Doug Lee does an incredible job. And Coach Witten does an incredible job. A great win by him last Thursday night, and it doesn't get any easier. We were just talking off there. I think they opened up probably two of the toughest teams you can probably play. Coach Witten, how you doing, sir? Congratulations on a big win.
Doing great. Appreciate it, guys.
Would you please give us some love to these players that have pulled off a big win Thursday night, Tommy Oliver, over a very talented team? And one of these polls I saw, weren't they ranking the entire state, 19th in the entire state of Florida? I saw one of these polls, they were ranked really extremely high. You guys beat them, and those kids played hard for you. Give us some names who you felt like played really well, did some great things for you.
Yeah, I thought some guys on defense played really well. Started with Cole Archambault, had 10 tackles, 3 sacks, was flying around making plays all over the field. Dawson Reed had a pick in the secondary. Kane Colbert, linebacker, had 12 tackles. Charlie Cotter had 15. Elijah Waldrop had 6 or 7 tackles. So a lot of guys on the defensive side of the ball flying around, making plays. Obviously, it was a defensive, low-scoring game. Shut them out there in the second half, and again, just really proud of Coach Killitz and our defensive staff for the game plan that they had and getting our kids to execute it. Just hats off to them.
Coach, it's Jeremy. A great win out there Thursday night. Had a great home crowd, great environment, very tough, worthy opponent. The game just had kind of this sort of slugfest feel to it, like two heavyweights going at it for 15 rounds in the arena with not much happening, particularly in the second half. You think that's just the nature of the ball clubs, or do you think the defense has kind of the early advantage in the start of the year? But what do you kind of attribute that to?
Yeah, I think a little bit of all of those things. I think it's two good football teams that really wanted to win. We knew it was going to be, an emotional game that both teams felt like they're two of the better teams and wanted to, put their dominance early in on the season, and you could see that a lot of energy being used there in the first half led to a lot of cramps there in the second half. Just a credit to Coach Whiteley and the off-season conditioning program that he put together for our program. And but yeah, it was just two physical, tough teams that you could see kind of did similar things within the ball game, just trying to get control, and ultimately came to a fourth quarter game that we took some of their body shots, and our kids didn't blink, and we tried to impose our will on our opponent, and that's what we felt like we did.
I felt like one part of the ball game that was really critical was the sequence right at the end of the half. When you have the drive, you have the interception, they score, but even on the score, you get the ejection of their ball player. I'm assuming that was a taunting penalty that had the receiver thrown out. But then you come into the third quarter. But that little critical last part of the first half, opening part of the second half seemed to kind of set the tone for what looked like two ball games. It looked like a scoring fest might start to break out, and then, boy, they just locked it up, and there was nothing the rest of the way.
Yeah, I mean, that was, truth be told, that was not good football by us there at the end of the half. Obviously, they got the personal foul that got us into good field position, and we went 41 seconds, went right down the field, got in field goal range. And first, it was a bad play call by me, not getting us in the right look. And then, we talked about this with JP. He's a really competitive kid. We felt like we had 3 points in our back pocket. We can't force the ball right there and throw a pick. Again, when we had a chance, the middle 8 of the game, that's a big factor where you're trying to win those middle 8 minutes of the game where you get a chance to get points and then get the ball back and go down and score again. And again, that's just in situational football where we didn't really take advantage of an opportunity versus a really good football team. Those are things that we've talked about and addressed, and hopefully when those situations come up again, we can be better prepared for those situations.
Talk about how practice went this week. You're getting ready to play another team that's loaded with speed, unbelievable athletes over there, traditional powerhouse team that's won multiple state championships. They won their first ball game. How did practice go? And then give us a little scouting report, what you see and what you're going to have to take away from Godby.
Yeah, no, we've had a good week. Kids have been dialed in. I think they're excited about this opportunity coming off the high from Choctaw, but again, got to be mindful of that. That Choctaw game was just one game. We got to recenter, refocus, and get ready for, like you said, a good Godby team coming in. I mean, they're going to be led by their 5-star receiver that's committed to Clemson, Jay Simmons. He goes by the name Waffle House because he's always open, as they say. But we got to do a great job containing him. They got a big running back that's committed to South Alabama, a big 6'6" quarterback that's kind of very similar to Ben Roethlisberger. Doesn't run it great, but he's hard to get down. And so, again, a lot of pressure on our defense to stop a high-powered offense. And then for us offensively, we got to get back to running the football. We got to be dominant in the trenches. Wasn't happy with the way we ran the ball last week versus Choctaw. Now, granted, Choctaw's a really good defense, but we got to have better output, up front and from our back. So, those definitely be the keys to the game. Hopefully we can do that. And, again, execute better in some critical situations.
Coach, you mentioned the Choctaw defense. They seemed dialed in on Chisholm the whole night, and so it created potential opportunities for kids to step up. Chisholm, obviously, great reputation, well known. How do you get him opportunities if you've got 11 that seem to have their hat directed toward him wherever he goes?
Yeah, no, we definitely. Like you said, they definitely were loading the box on us and definitely had some formidable guys in their front seven. We got to do a better job in the passing game. We just, got to win some one-on-one matchups there versus guys in the secondary. And but also at any good football team, we talk about this all the time. Like, you got to be able to run the football when they know you're running the football. If we're going to be a good football team, and we did it at times, but we weren't consistent enough. And again, we talk about it all the time. There's no magic. It's all about a mindset, and we got to have a much better mindset when it comes to running the football and being a lot more physical at the point of attack. And like I said, hopefully we've addressed those issues this week in practice, and we have some bright spots Friday night to see that we've gotten better at those things.
I watched your defensive front. I thought they played well, and I think that might be the key this week. How good is Godby's offensive line? Do you feel pretty good about that matchup right there? You can put pressure on that quarterback.
Well, after the last week's performance, we got a lot of confidence in our defensive line. I'd be hard-pressed to say that Choctaw's probably not one of the best offensive lines in the area, and we had 5 or 6 sacks. So hopefully our defensive line can continue to build on that and get after the quarterback. Again, one of the best ways to take a really good receiver away is by putting pressure on the quarterback. So, we definitely, that's part of the game plan. We know what we need to do, and hopefully the guys can go out and make it happen.
Every time we play Godby, and most times we play them in the playoffs, you've got to do a great job. Make sure you put the guy to the ground, hold on, dear life, don't let go, because these kids can take it to the house. Your secondary's done. I thought y'all guys did a pretty good job week 1 tackling. Did y'all work? Do you have a lot of live work? And how did you do this week for his tackling drills? Did you go live or just wrap up or what?
No, not necessarily a lot of live work, but we have a tackling circuit that we do every single day that we're consistent and intentional about and understand the importance of it. And Coach Killis and the defensive staff does a great job of working that and preparing our guys and having them ready to go. And then ultimately, like you said, the guys did a great job of going out and executing it, having great eye discipline, working great leverage and great technique. And again, just something that you have to continue build upon as the season goes on. Just because you did it one week doesn't mean that you're going to do it again the next. So we've continued to work our routine and our practice deal, and like I said, hopefully it continues to pay off for us. This should be a great high school football game. Coach, go ahead and tell everybody again what time, and I guess the pay, I always ask, I always forget, it's everything is online, right? Yes, sir. So Friday night, Tommy Oliver Stadium, 7 o'clock. All tickets are on GoFan. And like I said, our games are also streamed on YouTube as well. Yeah. Hey, you do a great job. Keep it up. Good luck to you. We will see you Friday. We'll talk to you next Thursday. Good luck, Coach. All right, appreciate it. Thank you. Mosley Day, I tell you what, get out to Beef Braves today or tomorrow before the game. Have yourself a pregame meal. Have a little pep rally in there. Get out to Tommy Oliver and watch his 2 great football teams. This is going to be a big-time game right there. Mm-hmm. That receiver is the real deal. If they tackle well and put pressure on the quarterback, I feel pretty good about this one. Yep. Hopefully, like he's talking about the running game, they can control the clock and keep that offense from Godby on the sideline. That helps out quite a bit. A lot of great games going to be playing. Jeremy and I are going to pick some of these high school games here in a minute. We did okay last night. Not great. We did okay. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit real quick about some of our great people. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. It was completely packed out early for that world-famous J. Michael's spaghetti. Glenn was down there. Brian, Phil, Kai. Everybody was down at the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. Get down there. Have a great meal. Tell them Coach sent you. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? We can make it happen. Jason Kowaleski, 2 great locations, Pier Park, 23rd Street, Max Fit Sports Nutrition. They are the best of the best, no doubt about that. Dr. Ward, 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. All it takes is 5 minutes to get checked out. If it doesn't look right, feel right, go see Dr. Ward and listen to him every Wednesday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Here's the thing about Alabama fans. They're defeated early by their expectations. Right. Yeah, they should get off to a great start. I just want to say one thing. Defeated early by their expectations.
That's like the slickest little shade thrown.
That's me every morning, bro. Right.
Weekday mornings 7 to 9. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Ready to play? Welcome to DuPlay, your premier indoor destination for family fitness and total fun.
DuPlay is designed for fun, movement, and skill building for all ages. Kids can explore our active playgrounds, while athletes and teams can utilize our turf fields, indoor soccer, batting cages, full basketball, and volleyball courts. With open play, training space, and structured activities, it's all inclusive at the new DuPlay in Panama City. Take a look now at DuPlayOnline.com. That's DuPlayOnline.com.
Warmer weather is finally here, and that means cookouts,
ball games,
and maybe enjoying some time on the water.
But it also means lots of heavy food, sweets, and maybe an extra adult beverage or two. Thank goodness we both take Active Liver from New Nordic. Did you know your liver works around the clock processing food, sugar, alcohol, and everyday toxins? All the things that can really impact your health.
That's why daily support matters. Active Liver is designed to protect normal liver function and support your body's natural detox process.
With trusted natural ingredients like milk thistle, turmeric, and artichoke extract, it's gentle enough to take all year long.
No harsh cleanses, no extreme detoxes, just simple daily liver support. We really feel the difference.
Active Liver helps us enjoy the good things in life with peace of mind that our liver isn't working overtime. Active Liver is available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com, and you can find it in stores at CVS, Meijer Grocery, Wegmans, and now Active Liver is available at your local GNC.
Football season is right around the corner.
Touchdown!
And 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has an unbelievable schedule of college and NFL games. Do you own a business, want to reach more customers? Put the power of ESPN Northwest Florida to work for you. Advertising opportunities are available right now. For more information, call 850-215-4468 or go to ESPNPC.com and click the contact button.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Bonafide and qualified.
Live and local from the J. Michaels Studio.
Certified.
From the Sports Talk Monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Our FSU update is brought to you by Newbies. 4 great locations. Panama City, Beach, Panama City. One in Panama City Beach, St. Andrews, the big, beautiful blue facility. But Newbies 2 on the curve. This is what's so cool, and not so much right now, but I'm talking about middle of the season on. They got a fireplace going on down there. They got that new section. The bar is beautiful. TVs everywhere. You're shooting pool. You're sitting by a fireplace, and you're watching college football game. It doesn't get any better than that. Of course, at the other side of the room, they got a big, huge screen in there. But after the game, do what everybody does. Head on down to Newbies 2 on the curve. Have a great time. Miss Charlotte's going to, the mothership, Miss Charlotte's going to have the best bands in the Southeast, the best entertainment they can get all winter long, especially on Fridays and Saturday nights. So have a great time at Newbies. Her and John always give back to the community. Let's make sure we get and support all 4 of those locations, all the Miss Newbies. All right, we got Mark on the phone. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you this morning?
Man, we are doing excellent. How are you doing?
I'm great. Listen, I went and watched Mosley play.
Yeah.
Choctaw, and I watched North Bay Haven play Cottondale last weekend.
Okay.
I felt like, the coach nailed it. Great analysis of the game. I thought the second half of the game that Ko Archambault, number 8,
He's a stud.
for Mosley.
He's a stud.
He took over that game in the second half.
Yeah.
He really did. In North Bay Haven, I heard you guys say they were rebuilding. They look pretty good. I thought they might have had the better team until I found out Cottondale had a linebacker named T-Bone Jones. That's kind of hard to overcome right there. and that kid was the difference in the game. And he was a linebacker. And then at the end of the game, when Cottondale needed short yardage, the game was really either team could have won.
Mm-hmm.
But when they needed short yardage, they just put T-Bone back there and let him run Wildcat, and you just couldn't stop him for a yard or 2.
Right.
Yeah, I think in high school ball and college ball especially, teams get better in their first game, and I thought Mosley improved. Beginning of that Choctaw-Mosley game, one of y'all watched it, I felt like Choctaw's offense was shooting itself in the foot early. But then later, Mosley just stepped up their game.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about it. I thought Mosley improved more in that game, and that's why they wound up winning that game.
It seemed like one side made adjustments and the others didn't, and I think that's
what it.
Honestly, I thought it went down to coaching. I thought Mosley just did a better job coaching that night.
I felt that way too. And I saw an interview with Mosley's coach, where they were asking him about adjustments at the end of the half, and he said, "Well, not really. We just played harder, But yeah, it did look like I say. And you guys you're talking about Notre Dame and the weak schedules. I think a weak schedule really hurts you when you go up against a good team, because I think you find out that there's plays you can't run.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
And you waste a lot of time. You waste a lot of time trying to run those plays.
But on the flip side, when you play a weaker schedule, you get to play more players. Your starters have less reps. And does that hurt or not? I look at it as you get your backups more experience, more opportunities. I think it helps in some ways, and I think it hurts in some ways. But what I don't like about it, if you're in a tougher conference, you get penalized going 9-3 when you see a team that's not played anybody go 10-2, 11-1 getting in. I just hope the committee, which I don't think they will, they never have in the past. I just wish they really would consider the strength of the schedule. But we all know it's all about wins and losses.
I'm a Florida State fan, so I do not trust the committee.
Yeah, there you go. I don't blame you. I don't blame it. Yeah.
But I'll say this for Notre Dame, and I hate to take up for Notre Dame. But historically, Notre Dame has always tried to play a top team from each region of the country. It's what they'd always done in the past, because they're a national team.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when USC drops them, and I guess they're playing them this year, and then Texas and Oklahoma goes to the SEC. And then the ACC, they signed this contract to play for 5 ACC games a year, and there ain't 5 good teams. There ain't 5 good teams in the ACC right now. So it's going to weaken their schedule, and I think that's what we're seeing.
Yeah. And they're smart. I mean, give them credit. They're smart. And if they wanted to play East Coast to West Coast, they could join the Big Ten, because they got teams everywhere. But they have to share the the TV revenue sharing money, everything.
Yeah, but they've got a little history with the Big Ten.
But what I'm saying, they can keep all their money. They get the best of both worlds. They got it made.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to play Michigan almost every year, and then Michigan State. So like I said, they used to play a good team from everybody. So their schedule was good. It ain't now because of what all's happened.
Yeah.
Right. I got you. What about these Florida State Seminoles? They open up New Mexico State. Do they cover the spread? What is the spread, Jeremy?
I don't know. I think Florida State's got to be 4 touchdowns better.
Yeah. I think it's 31 points, guys.
Yeah.
Is what I think.
Okay.
31.5 is what it is.
What do you hear and what do you know?
I don't know, because I don't know if that quarterback's going to play like he did against Alabama, or is going to play like he did the rest of his career.
Yeah.
In Vanderbilt. So I don't know. I do think Florida State, honestly, I think they're going to be better on defense this year. And they should be. They got players back. They've got, like I said the other day, they're talking about who's starting at linebacker, and it's none of them from last year. Their leading tackler last year might not start this year. So they had to get better at that segment.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, evidently that kid they got from Southern Miss is tough, is what they're saying. So we'll see.
Yeah,
I think Florida State's going to have a better team this year. We'll see. Like I say, we'll see.
You just don't know. You just don't. I mean, you just don't know. It's like you don't hear anything over there. I have no idea if they're going to be good, bad, or whatever. We all think they're going to be not going to be very good because of what they've done in the past. But who knows, man? It's crazy now what we're seeing in college football.
Yeah, I heard they was going to build a Pope-mobile for Coach Norvell so he could go out and be guarded when he goes out on the field.
Who knows, man? I don't know. Are you going to the game?
No, I'm not going to be able to go to the game. I'm going to go see Cottondale and Graceville tomorrow night is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So, because I'm a Cottondale boy, that's a huge rivalry.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know if y'all know that.
Yeah.
What
years did you play? What years were you at Cottondale?
From I graduated in '78, played from '74 to '78. So played as a freshman. I played against Michael Clark, who played for the Rams, that played for Graceville.
Wow.
And I think he was in 8th or 9th grade. But Charlie Neal Anderson, who went on and played for the Bears, I played against him.
Can you believe that? That little they turned out some big ones, boy. That's crazy. And you played back when it was real football, when they used to have 2-a-days. when they used to hit all the time. Yeah.
We hit all the time, and nobody ever threw the ball, so we knew what the plays were. Yeah.
What position do you play?
I started as a nose guard and moved back to middle linebacker and played offensive guard at 165 pounds.
Oh my God, that's crazy, man. Oh my God.
That's what it was. And back then, we had spearing back then, but they basically let us hit with a topper helmet.
Yep.
They used to say, "Put your bonnet on it," and my grandson had a concussion, and I just said the other night. And I said, "Yeah, we didn't have concussions when I played. They just told you take your helmet off and shake the stars out and get on about your business.
Keep going.
Just keep going, man. Yeah. Take a salt tap and some water."
The way we used to tackle, now you'd be penalized every play. I mean, I can't believe people would get hurt worse than they did back when we played.
No.
You're supposed to lower the head and hit them.
Yeah. Bo Schembecker wrote a book before he retired, and he talked about how teams didn't tackle in practice anymore. You pointed that out talking to the coach a while ago.
Yeah.
They did tackle well. But, man, you watch college football now, and it ain't what it used to be as far as tackling is concerned.
Right.
And you can see it. And I know it's injuries and all that. But, man, it just seems like to me you got to tackle in practice if you expect to tackle in the game.
Yeah, I don't know. It's everything's changed. I have no. Hey, Mark, we got to go. We got a break, brother. Thank you so much for calling. You have a great weekend, okay?
You do too. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. All right, Jeremy, let's talk about some of these great people. Do you got anything else you want to add on Florida State? We're going to start picking games.
We'll talk a little about Florida State later. I think there's a little interesting thing here for folks, is even while they're playing Saturday night. So
sounds good, man. I tell you what, this weather has been brutal. What a summer. I think this might be the hottest summer we've had. If you got Stevenson air conditioning, so what? You got it made. Just go sit in the house. Let that thing cool you down big time. Now, if you don't have Stevenson air conditioning and your power bill's going through the roof and you're miserable, all it does is run, it doesn't get cool, you're making a big-time mistake. You got to go local, go somebody you can trust, somebody grew up here, and that's Stevenson Air Conditioning. Jason graduated from Mosley High School. He's the most honest guy I know. Family-owned, they take a lot of pride in what they do. They're there when they tell you they're going to be there. Stevenson Air Conditioning is number one. Not even close. Anytime, day or night, Stevenson Air Conditioning is there for you. Give them a call. It'll be the best call you ever made. Electrical bikes are taking over the world. Steve Bertishaw, the swim coach at Mosley High School, it does an incredible job. But his business, listen to this, they've been open since 1979. You're doing something right there. I tell you what you're doing. You're giving people good, honest, hard work at a great price. Stevenson Air Conditioning is unbelievable, and so Steve Bertishaw. They're all local. They're all the best of the best. 23rd Street, Steve's Bike Shop, new and used electrical bikes, standard bikes. They do it all, and they give you a pretty good deal. Also, don't forget about Kyle Vandergriff. You seen Kyle lately?
I hadn't seen him. Yeah.
I love that boy.
Yeah.
I will see him tomorrow right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Now, if you want a new roof, you can have a new church, a new building, a new school, whatever you want. Kyle can do it. They're called TK Vandy and General Roofing and General Contracting. They design it, they build it, commercial, residential. Kyle can do it all. And listen to him tomorrow right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. What about Patrick? Patrick does a great job. Turf Pro Pest Control. You want the yard looking beautiful? He can make it happen. Is he local? You better believe it. His beautiful daughter, son, both go to Mosley High School. Give them a call, Turf Pro Pest Control. They'll come out, put up a game plan, execute it, and your yard will look absolutely beautiful. Guess what's happening this Saturday, 11 o'clock at that Cajun place? 50-cent wings. Can you believe that, Jeremy? 50-cent wings. You can't get that anywhere. TVs everywhere. They open the door. They got brunch Saturdays and Sundays. Get in there, wear your school colors. If LSU scores a touchdown, and they're going to score a lot this year, free Jell-O shots. That Cajun place on Thomas Drive, 50-cent wings. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Trudy White. Love them. Be right back.
The brutal hits. The heartbreaking turnovers. The heroic comebacks.
In for the touchdown.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida delivers the biggest matchups of the week from across the nation.
Oh, yeah!
Your college football headquarters on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Thursday. A mixture of light showers and some clouds this afternoon. An evening with a gentle breeze coming out of the southwest at 11 miles per hour and temps near 88. Tonight we will have a possibility of thunderstorms and some clouds and be warm at 78. Likely thunderstorms and light showers tomorrow and a high 86. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Coin and Bullion Reserve's Fine Jewelry, your destination for trusted service for 54 years. Jewelry repair, watch battery replacement, or engraving. Our team is here to help preserve your treasures. Our graduate gemologist provides appraisals you can trust, and our expert numismatist offers evaluations backed by decades of experience. As the largest bullion dealer in the Southeast, we're your premier source for buying and selling precious metals. Coin and Bullion Reserve's Fine Jewelry on the corner of 15th Street and East Avenue.
360-degree protection of your home, 365 days a year, one low monthly price.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control offers an affordable program that provides our customers with peace of mind. Brock 365.
We like bundling pest control with termite protection for a low monthly payment. We couldn't be happier with the results. Most treatments are done outside, and we haven't had any issues in over 3 years.
Call us today for your free consultation.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control.
Rebilling here.
If you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
Nick Saban can kiss my...
Uncompromising sports talk lives here. Now back to the J. Michaels studio. It's the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! FSU update is brought to you by newbies. But right now, we're going to focus in on high school football.
I got some FSU if we want.
Let's do the picks.
And then we'll see what we got.
Well, wait a minute. Who we got? You know what? We're good. We got Coach Witten. We already talked to him. I don't know why I'm thinking I got somebody calling in today.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. Give us some more on FSU. Give us some love.
So Saturday night, we've got football in Tallahassee. Now, here's my sort of quiz. Why is FSU playing this weekend? Why is it even allowed?
Well, open date. Oh, is it week zero? Week zero.
Week
correct?
0. Yeah. Why is FSU allowed a week 0 game?
I have no idea, but I know they probably like to have an open date later in the year.
Nope.
No?
There's a reason.
Okay.
It is the Hawaii exemption. Okay? Now, you got to stay with me on this. Week 0 exists because if you have Hawaii on your schedule or you are playing a team who has Hawaii on your schedule, you're allowed to start a week earlier because of the travel pieces that are associated with playing Hawaii. So San Jose State gets to play, and you've got New Mexico State, North Dakota State, I think UNLV. They all get this week 0 game because they've got Hawaii on their schedule. New Mexico State plays Hawaii later in the year, so FSU and New Mexico State can play this weekend.
Wow.
This is the last year that actually is even in the bylaws. The other part, if you play Hawaii, and you can remember this one, you get to play a 13th game. Now, San Jose State's the only team that's actually going to play 13 regular season games, but it was meant to encourage teams to make the trip out to Hawaii. Remember a school that was banned from postseason play that chose to play Hawaii 2 years running in Hawaii? Back around 2003 and 2004.
Was it Alabama?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was
that the reason?
When we had the bowl ban, so they played the 2 games at Hawaii both years during the 2-year bowl ban because you can play Hawaii every 4 years.
And that recruiting, like, look, we're not, but we can go to Hawaii.
Right.
Yeah.
So they played in like 2003. And that ended that 4 years, and then went back the next year to play for that next 4 years.
Wow. It makes sense because it costs so much to go out there. So they let you play an extra game, get more revenue.
And Hawaii gets people to come play them.
Yeah.
So they can go out and play.
1976, Southern Mississippi went to Hawaii and played.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So all of this is tied to Hawaii football as to why there's football in Tallahassee Saturday night.
There you go. You learn something every day.
We want a real informed. But that ends this year.
Isn't it just changing so everybody can do week 0 now?
Everybody can do week 0 after this year.
I think a lot of people want to do week 0 because they can have an open date later in the year, especially
right.
South Carolina's doing
because you were talking about Alabama playing. I think Louisiana Tech in 2029. Yeah,
and South Carolina's going to do it.
South Carolina's going to do it as well because after this year, all that goes away. But FSU gets to play early. So FSU playing New Mexico State. How much is it costing FSU to get New Mexico State to come to town?
I say, I'm gonna say $900,000.
1.4.
1.4.
Wow, 1.4. You know, it was a little cheaper than the 1.85 that Auburn played them a few years ago when they lost to New Mexico State. So $1.4 million for New Mexico State to come in.
I think FSU's going to get their money's worth and win.
The Aggies were 4-8 last year. Their starting quarterback is a junior transfer from Furman, Trey Hedden. And Tony Sanchez is leading the ball team into Tallahassee for the ball game. Another pop quiz for you. What conference are they a member of?
Mountain West?
Conference USA.
Oh, that's right.
Conference USA. It's, hey, the mid-majors right now. I mean,
I can't.
That would be a fun segment to do one day. Is just put a team up here with all the conference reorganization because I think we used to all sort of know this. And
we don't anymore.
We don't anymore here. So our previous caller said FSU's 31.5-point favorite. And, you know, Norvell's basically just said wants them to be relentless and, you know, kind of just come out and take care of business. You know, no surprises.
Look at their do they get a week open before they play Bama? Or they got three straight?
I don't think Florida State has an open week early. Let's see.
I don't think they do either, but I just want to make sure.
Let's see when they hit. Actually, they have an open week before Alabama.
So that's another reason they probably like that open.
They play SMU, and then the week off, and then they come to Tuscaloosa.
Yeah. 2 weeks get ready for Bama, where Bama's got East Carolina at Kentucky and then home.
Then home with Florida State.
But the Florida State game's the first big game. You think it's going to be kind of electrical there.
Oh, yeah. 2:30 kickoff is when Florida State, Alabama's been set. But so FSU, we'll get our first look at the Noles, and, you know, it has been quiet out to Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Compared
to
other programs.
You don't have any idea what Tennessee and Florida State, to me, the two teams, I have no clue.
Right.
They could be really good. They could be average. They could be poor.
Yeah. So
I just know Tennessee starting a true freshman at quarterback.
Mm-hmm. And there's a lot, you know, I mean, we'll talk about Alabama in the next segment, but inexperience under center.
Yeah.
It's kind of the name of the game for some of these programs.
How much time we got?
You're looking at about 3 minutes.
We done?
Oh, I think we can cover that. Yeah, that's Saturday night, 6 o'clock in Tallahassee. So
all right, I want to get these done while everybody's listening. Arnold at Walton.
Walton. They came off of a convincing win over
good Lord.
West Florida.
All right, the big one. Bay at Bluntstown. Bluntstown's not your typical small little town school. They're loaded.
This is all in how Bay bounces back. Tough breakup in Dothan there with the controversial touchdown that was awarded by the referees. Bluntstown at home. Bluntstown looked really good against Mosley. I'm going to take the Tigers at home.
Ooh, okay, Bluntstown.
They destroyed Ayrton, Alabama.
Yeah, they got all those Division I players. All right, Destin at Baker. Destin came off with a big win.
Yeah, over St. Joe. Baker dropped a game to Jay, so I'm going to take the Destin Sharks here.
Destin on a roll.
Yeah.
Freeport, North Bay Haven. North Bay Haven's a much improved team.
Much improved.
Bobby Johns, though, is at Freeport.
Yeah, Freeport played tough against Arnold. I really thought the Bulldogs would win. I think they bounced back against North Bay Haven.
All right. You got the big one. Let's come back to that one later. Port St. Joe, North Florida Christian.
St. Joe's struggling out of the gate. You know, Rutherford shellacked them. They go over to Destin, then bounce back. I think it's going to be tough sledding for the Sharks in Tallahassee.
Yeah, we all love them, but it's kind of like 10 more starting. That's kind of tough. Let's jump down to Rutherford McClay. I like Rutherford.
I like Rutherford big. Tough loss to Union County there, but I think they take care of business over the Marauders.
All right. You got South Walton, Fort Walton Beach.
South Walton took care of business with Gulf Breeze. Fort Walton, a little different, you know. But I'm going to ride the South Walton train a little bit.
Sounds good. All right, let's jump down to Vernon, Liberty County.
Liberty County, give me the Dogs. Vernon's still struggling.
Bozeman, Leon.
Ooh, Bozeman, give me the Lions in Tallahassee.
Weewall, Bradford.
Weewall went up to Petula and got a win after a late night up there. Branford making the long trip over. They beat Eagles View. Give me the Gators at home.
Weewall,
they
okay.
Keep it going.
All right, the big one. 2 powerhouse programs, 2 teams that want to win a state championship. Mosley at home versus Godby.
Mosley survived a tough game against Choctaw. Doesn't get any easier this week. You heard Coach Whidden break it down, but I think they'll gut their way to another early season big win.
Another big win for the Mosley Dolphins. That sounds like, I hope that happens. All right, let's talk about some of our great people, man. We love them. We were there last night. Pepper's Mexican Grill. You love Mexican food. There's one place to go to. That's Mexican, the Pepper's Grill. There's one over in town that does an incredible job. Everybody knows where it's at, right across the street from the mall. That place is packed out all the time. The food's incredible. Go check it out. Buy one, get one free. And we finally got one in Panama City Beach Parkway. Pepper's Mexican Grill. We had a great time. Pat, Julie, and I went there after the Surfside volleyball game. Had a wonderful time. Go check it out. You'll love it. Buy one free. Draft beer, house wines, not house wines, but house margaritas. Buy one, get one free. Deckhand Social. Jacob does such a wonderful job. This place is incredible. You're sitting there looking over the water. Boats everywhere. It's gorgeous. Your kids are swimming in the pool. You're watching the game inside or out, inside dining. The bar there, TVs everywhere. The food is absolutely incredible. This place is special. Deckhand Social. Go check it out. You'll love it. And Jeremy, you know about it. This is the best kept secret in Bay County. Outlaws Barbecue. Paul from Alabama, and they love their barbecue in Alabama. 6804 Thomas Drive. They got the best homemade desserts you'll get anywhere. All those cobblers, great food, big time menu, catfish, shrimp, you name it, they've got it. But their barbecue second to none. Live entertainment Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday, I think Gary's there playing, our former band director at Arnold High School. Go check it out. Their, again, location is 6804 Thomas Drive. Now, Deckhand Social is at 3901 Thomas Drive, right over there by the Pirate Marina place. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
And she goes, he looked at me like he was crazy. He took his cane, popped her in the chest, popped her hard. She said, it hurt. You wouldn't believe how it hurt. And the guy she's telling the story said, what happened next? She said, what do you mean? I said, look at this. They never went down.
Weekday mornings 7 to 9, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Thursday. A mixture of light showers and some clouds this afternoon. An evening with a gentle breeze coming out of the southwest at 11 miles per hour and temps near 88. Tonight we will have a possibility of thunderstorms and some clouds and be warm at 78. Likely thunderstorms and light showers tomorrow and a high 86. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
When it comes to building smart and roofing right, TK Vandy's is the name you can trust. They're your go-to for general contracting, design build solutions, and top quality roofing. From concept to completion, they deliver excellence on time and on budget. Whether it's a custom build or a complex renovation, they've got you covered, literally. Call TK Vandy today and build something better. Together, TK Vandy, built with purpose, roofed with pride.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVOQ Port St. John. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Take the hassle out of pool ownership with Tropical Spas and Pools. Their weekly pool cleaning service covers it all. Water testing, chemicals, brushing, vacuuming, and a full equipment checkup, so you can just relax and enjoy. Ready to upgrade your backyard? They specialize in hot tub spas from entry-level to executive models, starting at $6,599. Plus, above-ground pools like an 18-foot round starting at just $4,295. Visit Tropical Spas and Pools, 3612 West 23rd Street in Panama City.
For everything in the world of golf, It's the Watson Report. Thursdays at 4:20 with Alan Watson from Gulf Plus. ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels studio.
Oh, yeah. Wake up, baby. It doesn't get better than this right here. Is that not the greatest fight song ever?
Play on.
Oh, my God. Speaking of greatness, Roll Tide. Roll Alabama Update is brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. Locals taking care of locals, the best of the best. That's what you get when you go to Stevenson Air Conditioning. Jason graduated from Mosley High School, does an incredible job. The one and only Stevenson Air Conditioning. You care about saving money? You care about your house being cooled off, working absolutely fantastic? You go with Stevenson Air Conditioning. Speaking of greatness, I talked to yesterday one of the last local legends in Panama City Beach. I saw Richard Cox.
Okay.
His granddaughter plays at Surfside volleyball. She's really good, number 99, really good ball player.
Very cool.
And we were talking. I said, we were talking about Alabama football, and he's going to go, he goes to games. He got tickets and everything, and season tickets, and big-time booster. But we both, I said, Rich, I just don't know. I hope this coach is the right fit. I hope things work out. But we're all waiting. We're all looking. We're all hoping. Mm-hmm. What do you have for us today on Alabama?
Well, I think the big news out of Alabama that was basically the talk of the summer around the quarterback competition has been settled since I was last here. And we're going to meet our quarterback here, Keelan Russell. So he was the 2024 Gatorade High School Football Player of the Year. And hails from Dallas, Texas. Played his high school ball at Duncanville, where he was 72% on his completion rate for 3,483 yards and 38 touchdowns against 3 interceptions as a high school junior. Pretty strong.
At the biggest level in Texas.
And led Duncanville to second consecutive 6A Division I state title. Had signed to play at SMU. Of course, SMU was pretty good by that same window, playoff appearance, so Penn State, but flipped his commitment to the Crimson Tide, and it was in relation to the coaching staff as to why he made that decision. He also ran track, and I think that factors into some of what we're going to talk about here. Competed the 200, 400, 4x400, and holds part of the team that set the school record for the 4x400.
Didn't they win a state championship in that too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And 2025 enrolled at Alabama, was backup last year to the backup, Alston Mack, who was in the competition with him, as they both were behind Ty Simpson. He's had very limited duty, 2 games, 11 passes for 143 yards, 2 TDs in that time, and 17 yards on 3 carries. It's that 17 on 3 that I expect to go up considerably. And one of the coaches asking, really why Russell over Mack, said what we have been saying all along. Essentially, it's the playmaking ability that Russell brings, with injuries starting to mount in the offensive backfield for Alabama. I won't say that it tilted the scales, but it gives you a little more versatility to have an additional back. And what was Alabama's Achilles heel last year?
Couldn't run the ball.
Couldn't run the football. And, of course, Ty Simpson, pretty much a straight drop-back passer with limited scrambling ability. He took some, and his reads were not necessarily that great. He had some where he could have taken them, and he didn't seem to, and then times where he wanted to pull it down and run. So the awareness of when Simpson ran didn't seem to add to that dynamic. They're hoping perhaps that Russell will be better at knowing when he can pull it down and go.
I'm telling you, I watched tape on the kid, and I watched a little bit. He did play. We're in great shape. I think he's going to be a superstar player. Let's take this phone call from a superstar offensive lineman from the Georgia Bulldogs. He was incredible. They ran that little counter play. This guy would lay people out. Probably one of the greatest players in Georgia history, Coach Conrad Moon. Good morning, sir.
Coach, do we got you still? Call us back, Coach.
Oh, he hung up. Good, good. I'm glad. Go ahead.
Well, picking up with Russell, it's the explosive element, the big play element that Alabama will have now under center, and the dual threat, the versatility. So that will be, I think, the key to watch. He's just a playmaker. Now, as far as the attack itself, the running attack, if you think back to DeBoer at Washington, when he kind of came on the scene, he had Penix.
Yeah, he could run and throw.
He could run and throw. So this may set well or better with the offensive scheme that he desires to run. Washington, moved the ball at will and upset Texas in that Sugar Bowl game after Alabama lost to Michigan in the Rose Bowl that year. But Penix was the X factor. Without him, they don't win.
Right.
I think it's that type of setup. If you're looking to kind of compare, if you're an Alabama fan, what should we expect? You probably don't need to look at previous Alabama teams. Probably need to look at this Washington team that made the national title run under DeBoer.
Yeah, and as an Alabama fan, like I said, we were talking to Richard Cox yesterday at the Surfside volleyball game, and we were like, you just don't know. We're hoping it's going to work out. We're hoping it's to fit. We're all thinking that this guy's a great guy, great coach, but does it fit? Does his offense fit? And like you're pointing out, this quarterback does fit his offense that he wants to run, that scheme. So maybe we're better than what maybe we're going to be better than what people think.
Yeah. Well, and here's the other part. Russell is now in some rarefied air of having been named the Alabama quarterback. And what comes with that is A-level celebrity status.
And pressure.
Yeah. Just things like the fishbowl effect. He can't go anywhere now. A.J. McCarron talks about, some of the experiences he had, after losing the game of the century and just trying to go out to eat at Baumhauer's. And
Can you go back to the car? There was a note on
right.
the car, you terrible.
Right. Yes. So you're always ask for autographs, so the pressure that comes with that. And these are young men. So how is he going to navigate not just the playing piece of this?
Yeah.
How do you play with the weight of fans' emotions? I mean, this fan base, like any fan base, is just ruthless.
Let me ask you this though: playing in Texas, high school football in Texas is huge.
Mm-hmm.
He wins state championships. He's Mr. This, Mr. That.
Yep.
So he's got to kind of be used to it.
You've got to have
think.
some. Yeah. I mean, it's the best training ground.
Yeah,
for
he's
what he's
number
walking
one
into.
Dual threat quarterback in the country. One of them had the number 2 quarterback in the country. So they have all these different. He's well known. He's used to it.
Yeah. Now, his NIL capacity also just went up.
Yeah.
Because both Mac and
they both making about $1 million.
Well, they had a valuation of about $2 million.
$2 million. Okay.
Now that he's the starter, his NIL valuation just took off. So kind of life-changing. Early on, things we've never talked about in the previous era.
Yeah.
But that's huge, life-changing wealth for him.
Jeremy, I didn't even think about that. I thought they just had the flat rate. This is what you're going to make, and then I guess you're right. I guess when they start, they go back and say, "Oh, wait a minute, we got to look at this.
We got to do this here."
Yeah.
What else could happen for him? I mean, he could use it as a platform for. Philanthropy, community leadership. We've seen that out of players that kind of redirect off of their fame, their fortune, their celebrity status. And the other part, let's just name it, the pipeline to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce Young, Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Hurts,
Mac
Jones, Jalen Milroe, who has a Super Bowl ring.
That's right. He does. I don't care what you say. He did.
He's
Super Bowl champ.
And look at Ty Simpson and how he's playing.
Right.
So
he's doing great.
He's doing great because he's got pass protection. So
all right, you just said something. And Nick Saban, they interviewed him about bragged on him and everything else, but he said, you better have the offensive lineman playing better.
That's the key here. Yeah. And they were pretty soft, and Simpson, would probably speak about that now with his broken ribs.
Let me ask you this: all the injuries we got, do you think they've changed the way they approach their SEC, being in the SEC now a couple years? We got embarrassed last year, week 1, when Florida State just lined up and just kicked their butt. Everywhere they were out coached, they were out hustled, out hit, everything, terrible. Every phase.
Yeah.
You think this is why you're seeing a lot more physical practices at Alabama?
I think so. I think you've got to recover some of that. I mean, you hear the guys,
and we're beat up right now.
Well, you hear the guys who came through Alabama under Saban, and they said their hardest practices or the hardest opponents were, the other guys in practice.
Yeah.
That when they got to Saturday against the other team, because they went at each other so hard when the ones-on-ones.
And that's true. They stockpile NFL players, and you're right. I guarantee you, 70% of the games they played, the better players were the backups at Alabama.
Yeah. So recovering.
I miss those days. I really miss those days.
Well, I miss the days where we just took care of business when you knew you were supposed to take care of business.
We're gonna run the ball and finish games.
Right.
We don't do that anymore.
Right. No. I mean, the stress levels on Saturday were pretty low most of Saturday.
But I'll be fair and balanced. George Kirby will tell you the same thing. You just don't have the talent depth that we've had in the past. The backups are not going to stay. They're going to go make money.
You can't afford it.
Yeah.
You can't lock somebody in, lock somebody down. Now,
let me ask you this too: was Bama looking to do like LSU? Because I heard they were. They were going to look at those guys that they had connections to that did not make it NFL for whatever reason, and they're thin at a couple positions, and we're going to get some. Now, it's gotten real quiet, but Lane Kiffin pointed out to everybody. And I'll tell you what, let's talk about this when we get back. We'll talk about this. You got anything else? We're going to take a break.
That kind of covers us.
I want to thank Stevenson Air Conditioning for the Alabama update. I want to thank Conrad Min for calling and then hanging up during the Alabama update. No, I'm just kidding. He needs to call us back. But all of our great people. High school football, we love it. Taco Bell loves it. We got 3 great locations in Panama City Beach. And, of course, the big one down in Port St. Joe. We wouldn't have the Tiger Sharks on without Taco Bell. So we better thank them. Make sure you get out Taco Bell down there and support the Tiger Sharks. Support Taco Bell. Great people, great, unbelievable people. I love them to death. Also, Stevenson Air Conditioning. Thank you, Jason, for the Alabama update. Anytime, day or night, Stevenson Air Conditioning's there for you. And so is Russ. So is Amber. James, what else can they do? They buy jewelry from you. They sell it. They fix it.
They do custom pieces.
Yeah, they do it all. But they do one thing that nobody else does.
The thing that they do that nobody's ever thought of. And it's so genius. It's the wish list. You go on in there. You see what you like. You tell your wife, hey, Christmas is coming up, baby. What do you want? Go pick it out. She picks out a few things, I go in, and I don't have to think, and that makes my day so much better.
And if you're confused, just talk to Russ. He'll set you straight. Amber will if Russ doesn't. They're an incredible pair. They're unbelievable. David Adamson, designer jewelry, #1, not even close. Skin cancer can be deadly. Thank goodness we have Dr. Ward. If you're listening right now, he has an office near you. Dr. Ward's on the show every Wednesday at 7:30. Guy's fair and balanced. FSU people love him. Listen in to see or to hear, or both, what Dr. Ward has to say every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant, ice cold beer, great seat, best fried shrimp you'll get anywhere in the country. The seasoning's unbelievable. Great burgers, pork chop steaks, seafood second to none, but his beer is ice cold. Get out to J. Michael's, tell him Coach sent you. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
And Terrell Davis did not think he was going in the second preseason game, and he's stuffing his mouth with hot dogs.
Oh, wow. God.
And then the special teams guy comes up to him and says, hey, you're going in. He ran through a 49er, full speed and everything, hot dogs and all. And guess what? They made him the featured running back of the team that year, and he was going to be cut.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Thursday. A mixture of light showers and some clouds this afternoon, an evening with a gentle breeze coming out of the southwest at 11 miles per hour and temps near 88. Tonight we will have a possibility of thunderstorms and some clouds and be warm at 78. Likely thunderstorms and light showers tomorrow and a high 86. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
On September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with massive deals, exclusive deals, and an all-day celebration built for sports fans. The countdown has begun. All roads lead to Game Day. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states. That means Florida, from Texas to California, every fan is in on the excitement. One app, every sport, all 50 states. DraftKings Game Day is yours. Remember the date, September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season, a new era, and the biggest day in sports history. Get ready to celebrate. New DraftKings customers sign up with the code NW Florida. Spend $5 to get $150 in rewards within 14 days. That's code NW Florida in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends August 23rd. Terms dkng.co/predictions promo. Nationwide based on sportsbook, predictions, and free-to-play sports contest availability varies by state.
Football season is right around the corner.
Touchdown!
And 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has an unbelievable schedule of college and NFL games. Do you own a business, want to reach more customers? Put the power of ESPN Northwest Florida to work for you. Advertising opportunities are available right now. For more information, call 850-215-4468 or go to espnpc.com and click the contact button.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
He's the sexiest man on the planet.
Live and local from the J. Michaels Studio on the Sports Talk Monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Whoa! Eagle! Hey! Martha, Kenny, James, Jenna, Elizabeth, Craig, Stephen. They all go to your church, by the way. War Eagle, baby. Auburn Updates brought to you by, who are they brought to you by? Lynn Haven Beef O'Brady's. It's Mosley Day. Big-time high school football program. When anything's going over at Mosley, you head out to Beef O'Brady's at Lynn Haven. Have yourself a great meal. Then go to the games. Go to the meetings. Whatever's going on over there. But make sure you go to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven first. Pat is a city commissioner, does an incredible job. But his restaurant, they treat you like family. TVs everywhere. This is the place to be in Lynn Haven if you're going to watch college football, NFL games. It's incredible. TVs everywhere, great food. And you want to have a party at home, call Pat. Say, Pat, I need 100 wings. I need to pick them up at this time. Guess what? They'll be waiting for you and anything else you want. They are the best Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. You got to make a special announcement right now. Let's go with that.
I got to tell you guys about Hard Rock Bet. On Hard Rock Bet, everyone is invited to this party, and your name is on the list for bonus bets. All customers that bet $5 get $100 in bonus bets. Now that's how you get the party started on Hard Rock Bet, Florida's only legal sportbook. Playable in bonus bets, not a cash offer, offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAYWISE.
What was that number again?
1-833-PLAYWISE.
All right, I want to. I got to talk about Dolly real quick because it kind of fitting with the Auburn update. You know, talk about Alabama's band. You talk about Auburn's band, which is a big deal. They're incredible. Both universities have unbelievable band, majorettes, pregame show, halftime shows. They're the best of the best anywhere in the country, both of those. And they're benefited somewhat by Dolly Parton. Did you realize, and she did not want anybody to know about it. She did not ever tell anybody about it, but people are letting us know now. You know, she gave big-time money for poor black schools, Tennessee, Alabama, for their band instruments. I mean, she didn't have to do that, but she did.
Right.
I'm finding out more and more things she gave away and did for people, kind of like Elvis used to do. And what did you think about it when she passed away? I thought it was really sad.
That was sad. Kind of unexpected, caught off guard there. But yeah, alongside her music, well known. As you're mentioning, her philanthropy. I mean, giving $500 to kids who graduated from Sevier County, Tennessee, which was her home county, and driving the dropout rate from 35% down to 6%.
Yeah.
And just the continued ways. I mean, the number of books that were given free to preschool age to help with literacy, and we know how important that is. It just and you could go on and on and on. But one of the funny comments, I can remember, all the tributes are pouring in, and somebody said, well, Dolly, who does your hair? She says, I don't know, I'm not there.
I love her. I love that lady, man. That's crazy. Montgomery, I grew up in Montgomery. You preached there, and I thought about putting that same program in there to help their graduation rate. I was going to bump it up to $1,000 for every graduate from Montgomery, and then I had second thoughts and decided not to do it.
And look what happened.
Look what's gone wrong there. Enough said.
So now we know.
Yeah, enough said. Anyway, I think we went over this yesterday, but I'm going to go it again. Because he's probably not, if maybe, a one-season player, he's got to be the greatest player in college football history. Some even say, like David Pollock, he's the greatest college football player ever. I think that's pushing a little bit. But the Cam Newton, does he come back? He needs a job now. Does he come back and try to play at Auburn? No, that's not. That's done. SEC and Big Ten both have come together. The penalties, if he wanted to come back and play at Auburn, and Auburn was to let this happen, their coach from the SEC would be penalized 50% of the season. He'd be suspended. I think it was 50% of the revenue or the budget of the department, athletic department, whatever sport it would be. I think 50%. I want to say 50% also would be penalized. You'd be taken away from them. So this is not going to happen in the SEC unless you're just completely stupid and want to give away your head coach for half a year and half the money that you spend on your department. So I think that's out the window. I'm glad that the Auburn president, Alabama president, I'm glad all of them have joined together and said we're not going to take professional athletes and play in college athletics. I think that's a great thing. The Big Ten's done it. The SEC's done it, not just for football, but also basketball. I like that. And you can't really blame, like I asked you, like I said, I've heard Alabama was looking to do the same thing. You can't really blame Lane Kiffin because everything he said, hate him, love him, or whatever, everything he says is kind of true.
Well, if it was legal, permissible.
Yeah. Well, did you see where CBS is reporting this? They were actually,
and we hadn't even talked about Alabama basketball in relation to that.
We were the first ones with the judge in the back pocket. It wasn't TCU. I mean, it wasn't Texas Tech. It was us. But let's look at what CBS has done. They even wrote down, and I can't find it right now. They wrote down that they're reporting that Lane Kiffin, LSU head football coach Lane Kiffin, directly encouraged NFL players to sue the NCAA. Now, that to me, you got to be kind of careful. Can they come back and penalize him for something underhanded like that? That go against everything the NCAA would want. It goes against what the Big Ten commissioner, SEC commissioner wants. I don't think they'll do anything to him if this comes out to be true, but CBS is reporting it. He was behind the scenes, and he's probably not the only one directing, hey, he coached that one particular kid at Ole Miss, and, hey, sue him. And he's right. If they sue it and the judge says it's okay, it's okay. Until now, until the big SEC and Big Ten stepped in. But does anything happen to Lane Kiffin for him doing that? Probably not.
No, I mean, I can't see it.
Okay. All right.
Do you? I mean,
what are they going to do? The governor loves him. The president, they're all behind him. They're backing him. They just want to win.
Yeah.
I think he's going. Okay. I think so. He doesn't care. It's more publicity to him. Who cares? But getting back to Cam Newton, he will be the honorary captain in Atlanta when Auburn plays Baylor. And I will say Baylor's going to be a much improved football team. They came up with a list, CBS 2026, and I forgot the name of the guy that wrote it, the most underrated teams in the country, and they listed them 1 through 10. The number one most underrated team, in his opinion, and I kind of agree with the first two. Number one, the Auburn Tigers.
Okay.
Hey, this could be the James Madison this year. He comes in, he brings a lot of his players in, just like Indiana did. But the problem was Indiana had a pretty decent schedule that year. Auburn does not. Auburn's difficult schedules, no doubt about that. The number two team that is the most underrated is where he left from, South Florida. The number three most underrated team is the Houston Cougars. And I do think Houston's going to be pretty good. Number 4 was Hawaii. Number 5 was Washington. Number 6, Cal. Number 7, and who is the new head coach here? James Madison. Billy Napier. From the Florida Gators. At number 8, and I do believe this because he can coach and he's brought in some good players. Watch out if you have this team on your schedule, Virginia Tech. Okay? James Franklin. At number 9, I heard they had 55 new players. Oklahoma State.
Wow.
They were terrible last year, so, yeah, anything could be better than what they had last year. And number 10, I believe, was Maryland. I don't know about Maryland. I don't know if I'm buying that one. But I am buying the Florida Gators. Now, some people have given I'm buying the Auburn Tigers, but some people have given Florida a little bit of love. They've been ranked a couple polls. So they would have been on this list too, but they are getting some respect right now. But I do believe Auburn's going to be pretty good. Auburn used to be known for running back U. They came up with a list of most 1,000-yard rushers since 2000. Do you know Auburn was the 4th best in the nation? They used to seriously think about it. It was running back U for a long time. They've had 4. Actually, they've had 18 1,000 yards rushers since 2000, which ranks 4th best in the nation. They're better than Arkansas, Minnesota, Missouri, and Penn State, which were all 5th, tied with 5th, with 17 players to reach 1,000 yards. If you in the past, if you could read, even today in the passing that we see all over the place, you got to run back gain 1,000 yards and you can still throw the ball, you're going to have a good team. Now, it's not been that way recently. I get that. But I think with this guy we got there coaching now, he's already said it. They're having physical practices. They're spreading all over the field, and they're going to run the football. And they've worked hard on it. I'm saying you better watch out for Auburn this year. I really, truly believe that. Some people say 5 or 6 games. I'm saying they beat Florida. I'm saying 8, maybe 9 with a bowl win. All right, the number 1 team. Who's the number 1 team in the country had the most 1,000 yards rushing since 2000? They're in the Big Ten.
Big Ten.
Who would it be?
Ohio State.
No, I thought the same
they've got too many backs to have to spread it around.
Actually, you made a good point. They were number 2 in the country.
Okay.
They have 20.
Okay.
The number's 21, and there's 2 teams. These are all Big Ten schools.
Yeah, where they grind it out.
Oregon, Wisconsin with 21 players, 21 running backs, 1,000 yards. Ohio State, number 2 with 20. Number 3 from the SEC, and Auburn should have beat them last year. Oklahoma with 19. That's your top 4 best universities of turning out 1,000-yard rushers since 2000. Not Alabama, not LSU. Alabama came in with 15 different running backs, which is about 6th best in the country. And LSU was next with Texas, with 13 running backs that have done this since 2000. Unbelievable. Get out to Beef-4 Brazen and have a great meal. They do an incredible job, no doubt about that. But I got to give some love out to 2 of our new ones, man. Outlaws Barbecue, outrageous, mouth-watering, unbelievable barbecue, fried chicken sandwiches, catfish, fried shrimp po' boys, burgers. But they got the best smoked tuna dip you'll get anywhere. The best kept secret in Panama City Beach, 6804 Thomas Drive. Go find it. You'll go back over and over again. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday's live entertainment. Oh my God, their home menus, the cobblers, the banana pudding. They got it all down there. It's incredible. Paul does a great job. And the Deckhand Social, 3901 Thomas Drive, right there by Pirate Cove Marina. Turn in there. The biggest screen you'll see anywhere, 20 foot by 10. They got a swimming pool you swim in. You look at the bay, beautiful boats, open 7 days a week. Unbelievable. A brunch, a football menu, Saturdays and Sundays. It's like you're at tailgating. It's like you're at the game. This place is special. Go check it out. The Deckhand Social is incredible. 3901 Thomas Drive. We'll be right back. Big James, Jeremy Pridgeon. We get back. What are we going to talk about? Hell, I don't know. We'll find something. Be right back.
Wake up with ESPN Northwest Florida. The Coach James Hale Show drags you out of bed weekdays 7 to 9.
They're going to allow beer sold at the new sports complex, yet we can't have a cold beer on the beach.
Yeah. Then for the ride home, the fastest 2 hours on radio. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson.
You better hope you're ready.
Morning drive and the afternoon commute are live and local on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
The legendary Pepper's Mexican Grill and Cantina, home for the most popular drink specials in town and now on the beach. Enjoy 2-for-1 house margaritas and draft beer all day, every day. 10% off on Military Mondays, and Tuesdays, kids eat free with an adult. Pepper's Mexican Grill and Cantina, now with 2 locations. Back Beach next to Home Depot and Highway 77.
Hewitt Tire and Auto has been in business in Panama City forever. Locals taking care of locals. From the smallest to the largest vehicles, they do it all. But don't take my word for it. Listen to the experts.
Hewitt Tire and Auto, your certified AAA service center and hometown towing.
Visit them online at HewittTire.com.
On Airport Road in Panama City.
850-769-7323. Hewitt Tire and Auto Center and hometown towing.
Are you feeling tired, weak, or maybe you feel old and cranky? If so, I have the answer. It's Max Fit Sports Nutrition with 2 locations, 23rd Street in the Coronado Plaza and in Pier Park North on Back Beach Road. Max Fit Sports Nutrition has nutritional products and professional dietary plans to get you moving in the right direction. So get off that couch and get to Max Fit Sports Nutrition now. Max Fit Sports Nutrition, where you can try it before you buy it.
He doesn't always go the extra mile. But when he does, it's because he missed the exit. It's the Coach James Hale Show. Live and local inside the J. Michaels studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
James.
Sir?
Jeremy, let me ask both of you this. You hired to coach football, college football, NFL, high school. Your job is to win games, correct?
Yep. Mostly, yeah.
Okay, if you don't win, well, you develop players, develop character and all these things. But they're going to fire if you don't win. You can be the greatest guy in the world. You got have all your graduation rates at Alabama could be perfect. You lose to Tennessee, you lose to Georgia, you lose to Auburn, you lose to LSU.
4 straight years to Auburn in the late 90s.
You're gone. You're out the door. I don't care what the graduation rate is. Same thing at Georgia, same thing at LSU, Auburn, Florida, as we've seen. Now, are we too critical of Lane Kiffin? And he's not the only. He pointed this out, and he was telling the truth. He said, when that young man decided to come to LSU, the spotlight's going to be on LSU, and it was. Once the decision came out he was going to go to LSU, a former NFL player, everything went crazy, like it's been going. Big Ten came out first, said this is not going to happen to Big Ten. SEC came out and said it's not going to happen in the SEC, which is a good thing. I think it's a good thing. But should we be bad-mouthing him and criticizing him when his job is to win football games? And he just saw he was ahead of the game. And he said other SEC coaches were contacting these young men and other players, and we just happened to get him at LSU because they have a lot of money to spend at LSU. Should we kind of understand where he's coming from?
Well, it was interesting. LSU abstained on the vote, which, if you're going to not do this and you've already done it, that's probably the best course of action to take when the SEC voted in, the same way the Big Ten did. But until the point that was what sort of league policy was, I think he was just kind of exploring possible avenues.
Along with other coaches.
Yeah. As we mentioned, I mean, Alabama basketball had a little bit of this issue with somebody had declared, came back and actually played a couple games this past season. So it's not quite apples and apples, but similar dynamic. Right now it's just the Wild West out there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it'll settle. I mean, between NIL, player eligibility, transfer portals, everything that we thought we knew about this sport, even sitting here 4 or 5 years ago, has been turned completely upside down.
Yeah, no doubt. It's crazy. As a coach, when other people are doing the exact same thing, but he just is like a magnet for everything. Whatever he does, and I think he enjoys it. I really do. I think the guy enjoys it. And think about it. Remember when Saban went to Alabama? And everybody's like, he lied. He's terrible. LSU people hate him. NFL people hate him. His name was on TV every other second. Alabama was in the spotlight like you would not believe. And what happened? Everybody wanted to all of a sudden come to Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And look what he did. Are we going to say this, we're going to be seeing the same thing at LSU? Everybody's hating him. Everybody's talking about him. Does this help LSU going forward in recruiting? I think it does, and I think it helps because they got more. They're going to spend as much money as they got to do and do what they have to do to win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the metric at the end of the day. We were talking earlier about who gets in the playoff. 9-3 gonna cut it.
We shall see. I don't trust them. I don't. I don't believe the committee. I wish they put all football coaches on there. I do. I wish it was all. I'd like to see Carl Franks on there. He was used to be head football coach at Duke. He coached at Florida all those years. People like that. I wish we were on there.
Well, then why can't we just make it the coaches poll then? Why do we got to have a committee to put together? We have a coaches poll that comes out every week. What's wrong with that?
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Well,
maybe not as many of them.
The cynical side of me is, midweek programming that is irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
We're moving this one, we're moving that one, and I think that's the worst thing that's happened in this whole thing. You shouldn't hear from the playoff committee until the selection.
And we all buy into it. We're all going to watch it, and they're making money off it. Right. They're going to have that show once a week.
Oh, they're going to have that show, even though they've boxed themselves into the corner. They've made some pretty poor decisions. They have had some controversy because they spoke too soon around matters that weren't, you didn't have the whole set of information yet. So the sort of cynical side there is driving the machine.
Jeremy, the CBS came up with this. Bold predictions for college football season 2026. The SEC will get 5 teams in the college playoffs. 2 of those teams will have 3 losses. Is this a correct, bold decision, or will this happen? Will this not happen?
Is that a bold prediction or a delusional one?
That's what I'm asking you. Does this happen?
No way that happens.
No way?
No.
No way.
No.
Okay. All right. And that's hard to get 5 in because everybody plays everybody.
Yeah.
All right. The second one was multiple SEC teams will be ranked number 1 throughout the season. Now, that might happen.
I like that one a lot better than the other.
If multiple only means 2, that may happen.
Yeah, it could be 2, 3, but it wouldn't be more than 3.
I'm thinking it could be 3 if this is a crazy year.
Yeah, it could be 3. I mean, I could see Texas, I could see Georgia.
It'll have to happen, though, in the first 6 weeks
yeah,
because we're going to start eating each other up after that. I can see, you're right, Georgia. I can see Georgia getting the love, Texas getting up there. Alabama starts out fast. Alabama always gets a lot of votes. LSU, Texas A&M, Ole Miss. Who knows? I think there is a chance for that. 2, I don't know about 3. Ole Miss will beat LSU, but not make the playoffs, and LSU will. Think about that. Ole Miss week 3 will beat LSU and not make the playoffs, but LSU will.
Yeah. Yeah, that's total possibility.
That environment in Oxford's going to be unlike anything that they've ever seen there at the Grove.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
You can propel the team to an emotional win in a very hostile environment for the opponents, and then still not get it done.
And the reason I say LSU's got Texas, Alabama, and I want to say I can't remember the other one. All the 3 toughest games are in Baton Rouge, so that could happen. All right, Texas. And start finally get Georgia and win the SEC. Stark gets Kirby. Texas wins the SEC. I'm not ready to say that yet. I mean, that definitely could happen.
I mean, it's a total like Ohio State Ryan Day thing, kind of like that situation. Am I super high on it? Yeah. Not yet.
Yeah, I'm to somebody else beats Georgia for the SEC, you got to show me. But that could happen. There's no doubt about that. All right, 2 SEC schools finished 9-3. Alabama and Ole Miss don't make the playoffs, and they both finished 9-3.
That can happen.
Yeah. We can see that one more than any of the other ones we've said.
Georgia makes the 6th straight SEC championship game, something that Nick Saban couldn't do at Alabama. 6 straight times he's gone to the SEC championship game. Does Georgia make it this year? Nick Saban didn't even do that.
No. You just got to finish 1-2. It's very, very possible.
Yeah, I can see this one happening as well.
They're going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, if Georgia can throw the ball downfield, they don't get anybody hurt, I think you watch out for – and it's kind of quiet over there. They're not saying much, which makes me think they're going to be better. All right, this is some other things by CBS. Most overranked teams. Texas A&M, they made their playoff last year. They were 10-0 at one time last year. Then they lost to Texas and lost to Miami home in the first round of playoffs. They lost like 10 NFL players drafted. They got all the money in the world. They got a great roster, no doubt about that. The quarterback's back. The one question mark, Jeremy, for Texas is the offensive line. Do you agree with this, that they're the most overrated team in the country? One of them.
They're going to get their love, but I think they may back it up more than in previous years.
More than what people think. Yeah. I'm kind of with you on that. I think they're going to be pretty good. But but honestly, we're not giving the respect they probably deserve. We don't talk that much about them. I tell you who we do talk about, though. We talk about Max Fit Sports Nutrition, and so should you. You want to look better, feel better. You don't want to take prescription drugs. You want to do something natural. Go visit Jason Kovaleski or listen to him every Tuesday and Friday. Better yet, do both. Listen to him, then go to a store and let him deal with you. You can try it before you buy it. Jason does an incredible job. So proud of him. He is incredible. We got 4 wonderful newbies. John and Charlotte always give back to the community. Let's make sure we get out and support them. Newbie 2 on the curve, go watch all sporting events. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1. Not even close. Locals taking care of locals. That's what you get with Stevenson Air Conditioning. Steve Bertashaw is a swim coach at Moseley High School. Does an incredible job. But his bike shop is second to none. They've been in business since 1979. Electrical bikes are taking over the world. You want a new or used one? You take it down to Steve's Bike Shop and get yourself one. He'll deal with you. Does a great job. They got new and used now. And if yours breaks down, guess what? Any type of bike he'll fix. They're incredible. Same thing with Kyle Vandergrift. Listen to him every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. You looking for a new roof? Are you looking to build a new church? It doesn't matter. TK Vandy, roofing and general contracting. They design, they build, commercial, residential. They do it all. Again, listen to Kyle every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. I am pumped up about the Cajun Place, one of my favorite restaurants. Their bread pudding is the best you'll get anywhere. It's like eating in New Orleans. It's unbelievable, the food down there. It's like you're in New Orleans, like on Bourbon Street. Great food, great atmosphere, and guess what? Father's football season, Jan and Trudy going to do it again to help you, because we know you have to wait an hour in the summertime just to get in. But for all the locals, everybody right here, just wear your uniform, wear your school colors. 50-cent wings on Saturdays, Sundays. When the game's being played, 50-cent wing drink specials, and that brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. You don't miss the game day, pregame shows, or anything at that Cajun Place on Thomas Drive. That place is incredible. We're right back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida, the Paul Feinbaum Show.
I may not have gotten Texas right at the end of the season. I did miss a game or two, but you know what game I got right? The Red River game. That's an easy one to get right.
Give me a break. Every time they've beaten us, we've had a quarterback that's been injured.
I'm sorry, Sooner. I'm not really in charge of the excuse department at the University of Oklahoma.
The Paul Feinbaum Show, sponsored by the Deckhand Social. Weekdays 2 to 4 and 6 to 8 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Thursday. A mixture of light showers and some clouds this afternoon. An evening with a gentle breeze coming out of the southwest at 11 miles per hour and temps near 88. Tonight we will have a possibility of thunderstorms and some clouds and be warm at 78. Likely thunderstorms and light showers tomorrow and a high 86. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Discover the new Kia at Bill Bird Kia. Get behind the wheel of an exciting new 2026 Kia model where advanced technology, confidence-inspiring safety, and premium comfort come together for every drive. Looking for an SUV? Check out the stylish new 2026 Kia Sportage or the family-ready new 2026 Kia Sorento. And if you need more room, the innovative new 2026 Kia Carnival MPV delivers SUV-inspired design with plenty of room for all of your adventures. Bringing style and performance together, experience the bold new 2026 Kia K4 and new 26 Kia K5. Bill Bird Kia is the home of the original 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty, giving you peace of mind that you can trust. Visit Bill Bird Kia at 2435 East 15th Street in Panama City or online anytime at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. Bill Bird Kia, your local community dealer, where we treat you like family. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details.
Football season is right around the corner.
Touchdown!
And 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has an unbelievable schedule of college and NFL games. Do you own a business, want to reach more customers? Put the power of ESPN Northwest Florida to work for you. Advertising opportunities are available right now. For more information, call 850-215-4468 or go to espnpc.com and click the contact button.
From the Vortex Springs to the Bear Paw Canoe Trail. From Shell Island to 30A. We're your home for live sports. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. We got James. Who you wearing today? What you got on today?
I got my Rays going on today. Rays up.
Navy. You got to be wearing some Navy in there. Looks good. Looking good. Also, Jeremy Pridgeon's with us this morning. We're talking about CBS bowl predictions and everything else in college football 2026. Another team they said is way too much hype, overrated. Alabama Crimson Tide, too many question marks. Can the offensive line block? Breaking in a new quarterback. The schemes fit at Bama and the SEC by their head football coach. Alabama is overrated. Yes or no, Jeremy Pridgeon?
I think it's about on.
When you say that, you're talking about 8th ranked or 13th ranked?
Probably closer to the 13.
Outside looking in?
Yeah, outside looking in.
James?
Yeah, I'm about 15 right now on that.
Then y'all are saying overrated, in my opinion.
Well,
yeah, a little bit, because they got them about 9-ish right now.
Well, it's different, 13th to 8th.
Yeah. I'm a little lower on that, but I mean, they're still top, 15, but at that 15 mark.
Right. They're right at the line, and I wouldn't go.
Coach DeBoer, y'all hear both of these guys talking? I hope you do. All right, the most underrated team. The most underrated team is the Oklahoma Sooners. Much improved. Quarterback's back, healthy. Offensive line is going to be pretty good. Elite defense, but that schedule is pretty brutal. Well, Oklahoma, are they underrated?
You sound like an old BCS computer. They loved Oklahoma.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. You know what? If they can run the football, watch out. Defense, they're always tough.
Yeah.
Quarterback was banged up last year. They made the playoffs, got bumped out by Bama.
And beat Alabama and Tuscaloosa earlier in the year, too.
Homecoming.
Venables is still trying to find his footing in Oklahoma, and I know the natives are getting restless. So I'm not sure that I'm buying Oklahoma yet.
Okay, so you're saying they're not underrated.
No.
Jeremy, it says they're not underrated. James, I'm saying they are underrated. What are you saying?
I don't think they're underrated. They're a good team. They're a good defense. And people are giving them all their props for having that. So, I mean, that sounds like they're rated right where they should be.
That's how I feel. All right. LSU, top 5 rosters in all of college football. They'll spend whatever they got to spend to bring in players, and they've got them. And they got a coach that can coach. And all their 3 toughest games are all at LSU, Texas, Alabama, and Texas A&M. Is the LSU Tigers, all they got to do is win one of those 3 games, the rest of them they're in. Are they underrated, the LSU Fighting Tigers? Jeremy Pridgeon,
No.
what's your take?
I don't think so.
They're not underrated.
Yeah.
What do you say? What do you think?
Not at all.
Okay. So y'all don't think they get in this year with the first year with Lane Kiffin? Did they get in the playoffs?
That's a hard one. I can see them getting into the playoffs. Am I expecting playoffs? I'm not expecting playoffs first year. Definitely second year where he starts bringing in even more of his guys, even though he brought in a ton of his guys. I see it really, year 2, year 3.
If anybody can do it, Lane Kiffin have. Hate him, love him, whatever. Their offense is going to score points. They got talent. They got their 3 toughest games at home. I'm saying you better watch out a little bit on LSU. Play them early.
Everybody gets a mulligan in this, so he can drop one of those. He could even drop the game in Oxford and probably still be okay.
Right. That's what
But you drop 2 of those home games.
Yeah, 9-3, no way.
With Oxford, you're done.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, probably right.
Yeah, totally.
All right, Florida Gators are one of the most underrated teams in college football. They got John Summerall. He's been a head coach for only 4 years, 3 championship years out of 4 at 2 different conferences. The guy can coach. They got a great staff there. He put together an unbelievable staff, and Florida has talent. They got that Florida speed. Now they got a coaching staff to go along with it. The Gators, are they underrated? I'm high on Florida. Now, when I say high on Florida, that's like 8+ wins. I'm not saying national champs.
Mm-hmm.
Are they underrated?
I don't think they're underrated, but for me, any top-tier SEC school like Florida LSU, I have a hard time seeing any of them as underrated just because of history of the teams and history of the program, history of the conference. Now, is Florida a little bit underrated? Maybe just because they have had some low points, over the last few years, but I it's hard for me to just say, oh, yeah, underrated.
Right.
Florida's got to prove themselves.
All right, what about this one, the last one that they feel like is not getting enough love? And I think they are. I think they're getting a lot of love myself. Ole Miss. They get LSU at home, the biggest game on their schedule. They got a new football coach. He's only coached in a couple games, but he did a good job. And he learned from the greatest, Nick Saban. Is Ole Miss, you got to remember now, they got 2 players on offense that can win a Heisman Trophy. The running back and quarterback are second to none. They've got money. They wouldn't stole, and Clemson linebacker was in class taking notes. Mm-hmm. Hey, you want to make an extra $1 million? Come on down to Ole Miss. You don't think they did that with other players? Are we sleeping on Ole Miss? Is Ole Miss underrated?
One year perennial playoff power does not make. So, no.
Jeremy ain't buying it.
No.
Jeremy's not buying it.
Ole Miss has been getting plenty of love over the last, 2-ish years with Lane Kiffin showing up. So I don't see why people are saying they're not getting love. No, they're getting total love.
They've been ranked pretty high. So I think they're about where they need to be. But watch out. They could get hot. They stay healthy. Who knows? Before we get out today, we always hit on the great state of Alabama, what it pays their head football coaches, which is a lot. I have Texas. I'll do that later. But this is a poor state, extremely poor state, Mississippi. And they got good high school football there. They got good athletes there. This is their top 5 salaries in Mississippi. Number 1, Alabama was way up there. But Mississippi, I think it was at Madison, $133,000 is paid a year to be a head football coach in the state of Mississippi in football. South, I forgot the name. I can't read my writing. It's up north Mississippi. Coach Michael Fair, makes $120,000 a year. Down in Ridgeland High School, their head football coach makes $118,500 a year. Jefferson Davis County's head football coach makes $198 a year. And the top 5, Gulfport, and when I talked to them, this was a while back, this is probably 13, 14 years ago, it was about, I want to say it was 90. But they're paying now, their coach there makes $108,000. I think that was who I was talking to. $108,000. That's in Mississippi. Now, in Florida, and they don't pay that kind of money.
Right.
They used to, but they don't anymore.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. That's the reason we're losing coaches to Georgia. And to all these other states.
Yep.
Georgia's way up there. Anyway, how much time we got?
You got about a minute and a half.
Jeremy, what about high school football? We're talking about high school football. We got two teams that are undefeated, Arnold and Mosley. We had everybody else lose.
Mm-hmm.
Heartbreaking loss. I'm going to tell you what. You go back and watch.
Tough.
Go watch Bay.
That was tough.
I'm telling you, I think the ball was stripped out of that guy's hands before he scored.
And here's why. The guy turns to look for it.
Looks for it.
That's
Absolutely.
the key.
And those officials right there turned their backs on it.
Yeah. If he's across the goal line,
saw it.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
But he gave himself away when he started looking for the football.
And Rutherford, against a great coach team, a traditional power school, they were 1 point away, 35-34.
Rutherford will bounce back big this week.
Yeah. So we still got hope that Bay County football is going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Griff got the win. Witten got the win. North Bay Haven, I just don't know much about them this year. They seem to be better. We'll see as the year goes on. Bozeman breaking in a brand new football coach. He learned from Witten. He knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to do a great job over there. His schedule's pretty brutal. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. Jeremy, have a great time. Real quick, what church, what time service?
See us Sunday morning, First United Methodist Church, 8:15, 9:30, 10:45.
James, you here tomorrow?
I'll be here.
Maybe for me. We're out. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Here's the thing about Alabama fans. They're defeated early by their expectations.
Right.
They should get off to a great start. I just want to say one thing.
Defeated early by their expectations. That's like the slickest little shade thrown.
That's me every morning, bro.
Right.
Weekday morning 7 to 9. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Thursday.